Do you like dark academia, Victorian era, gothic architecture, and a dash of melancholy to spice things up? Do you also like anime and manga? Well, you have come to the right place. Because I, Kagu, a fellow appreciator of both dark academia and anime, have prepared 9 anime recommendations that have combined the best of both worlds. I will be introducing the anime in the following order, starting with the more lighthearted, happy series in the beginning, and ending with the more serious and dark and heavy series towards the end. I hope that this will be helpful in helping you find a show to watch depending on your mood. If you're ready, let's go! Number 1, we have Gosick. A wise man once said, Kujo Kazuya, 1924. The story of Gosick follows Kujo Kazuya, a Japanese youth who is studying abroad in the country of Salville. He stumbles upon a small girl with golden hair named Victorica at the top of his school's library, and the two become friends and join hands to relieve Victorica of her boredom by solving numerous mysteries. This series is based off of Sherlock Holmes, so you have Victorica as our Sherlock, and though she is small of stature, do not underestimate her because not only is her hair brighter than my future, she can use her big brain to destroy you. And Kujo Kazuya is our Watson, a simple pleb that works as our foil to Victorica's genius. If you're into cute people with a cute dynamic doing cute things, this one's for you. Number 2, Shadow's House. This series follows a family known as the Shadows, pitch black entities that have human forms, and for some reason they constantly emit soot, taking Dark Like My Soul to the next level. Each member of the family is paired with their own living doll that function as their live-in attendants who clean their master's suit and also act as their faces. Shadow's House follows the daily life of our protagonist, the living doll named Emilico, as she serves her mistress Kate. And throughout this series, we meet many other shadows and their living doll counterparts, but none of them are as adorable as Emilico, I'm just saying. If you like slice of life and The Promised Neverland, this series is for you. Number 3, Yukoku no Moriarty. This is another series based off of Sherlock Holmes, and in this series you actually got your Sherlock and your Watson, but this anime's protagonist is in fact this gentleman right here. Yes, William James Moriarty.
William James Moriarty と申します。
Ikemen. Oh my god, look at him. Yukoku no Moriarty focuses on William James Moriarty, who is based off of a villain in the original Sherlock Holmes series, Professor James Moriarty. William is a young genius math professor and a noble of England's high society by day, and a big brain evil mastermind that works to break down the 19th century English society by night. William and his team, which includes his brothers Albert, Louis, and many others, work as a Robin Hood type group bringing down corrupt nobles in England. Basically, hot guys doing hot things. Period. And to be honest, I started this anime because I saw the Ikemen on the poster, but I stayed for the plot and also the Ikemen. Next, number 4, an absolute classic, Black Butler. This series takes place in 19th century England and is about a young noble, the Earl Seal Phantomhive, and his one hell of a perfect butler, Sebastian. Oh, good day, sir. Who isn't human. In fact, he is a demon that Seal formed a contract with to aid in his vengeance against the people that killed his family. Seal Phantomhive is the head of the Phantomhive household, the family known historically as the Queen's watchdog for taking on the Queen's dirty work. The series follows Seal and Sebastian as they tackle the cases assigned by the Queen and look for clues to uncover the perpetrators behind Seal's tragic past. Number 5. Mahotsukai no Yome. This series takes place in modern-day England and follows Hattori Chise, a 15-year-old girl who can see things not of this world. Like the creature living under your bed kind of things, not of this world. After living a life of hardship, ostracized by those around her for her odd behavior stemming from her abilities, Chise sells herself to the slave market. There, Chise is bought by a magus named Elias Ainsworth, who decides to make her his apprentice and his bride. Elias brings Chise to his home in rural England, and their tale surrounded by fairies, mythical creatures, and magic begins. For the fantasy lovers, this one's for you. Also, can I live there too, please? Number 6. Pandora Hearts. If you're a sucker for anything Alice in Wonderland inspired, dark fantasy, and plot twists, this series is for you. Set in 19th century Europe, alongside the real world, exists a place known as the Abyss, a place where criminals and sinners are sent to for eternity, and monsters known as chains roam freely. Or so the fairy tale goes. But our main character, Oz Vesalius, now 15 years old, is a big boy and no longer believes in such a story. That is, until he himself was thrown into the very abyss of legend on the day of his coming of age ceremony. Hey, happy birthday! To escape from the abyss, Oz makes a contract with a chain named Alice. And the story follows Oz, Alice, and many others that they meet along their journey as they search for Alice's memories and uncover something possibly more along the way. Watch the series to find out. The anime is amazing soundtrack, art, oh my god, but I would say it barely scrapes the surface of showing what Pandora Hearts really is. So please read the manga if you can, and I honestly can't recommend this enough. And to be honest, I was inspired to make this video because I wanted to geek out about Pandora Hearts, my all-time favorite series. Anyways, number 7, Vanitas no Carte. Once upon a time, while all vampires are born under the red moon, one lone vampire named Vanitas was born under a full blue moon, a sign of ill omen. Despised and shunned by his kind, the betrayed and dejected Vanitas created the Book of Vanitas, a cursed grimoire that he swore to use to take revenge against all vampires. Vanitas no Carte follows our protagonist, Noe, in 19th century Paris, who starts his journey with the goal of finding this enigmatic grimoire. And find the Book of Vanitas Noe does indeed, but along with it he meets an ordinary human who inherited the book and the name of the vampire of the blue moon, Vanitas. Vanitas then proclaims himself to be a doctor that specializes in treating vampires. And the two join hands in Vanitas' journey of treating vampires that have had their true names corrupted for some odd reason. And then they all lived happily ever after. The end. I'm just kidding. You'd think it'd be as simple as that, but it's Mochizuki Jun, the creator of Pandora Hearts, so you're in for not only one hell of a ride, but also absolutely insane art. This one's for you, dark fantasy lovers. Number 8, D. Gray Man. D. Gray Man is set in the late 19th century, and the show starts as a classic humans versus demons kind of shonen, but gradually becomes much darker. Hehe. Just like how I like my coffee, not that I drink coffee. Anyways, the basic premise is Millennium Earl and his Akuma, bad. Black Order's exorcists and innocents, the weapons they use to fight against Akuma, good. The story follows our protagonist, Alan Walker, yes, a white-haired male protagonist supremacy, with his cursed left eye and his innocence as his left arm, in his journey to atone for his sin of turning his father figure into an Akuma. This is also another one of my all-time favorites. If you like white-haired, like male protagonists, automatic put it on your watch list, like now. I highly recommend reading the D Gray Man manga as well because the plot seriously thickens. Just watch the anime and read the manga. Yes. Number 9, Fate Zero. This is the last series recommendation of today and the one that leans the furthest towards the heavy and dark side on my lighthearted to heavy scale. In Fate Zero, 7 mages each summon a hero of legend to fight alongside them in a battle royale called the Holy Grail War. And their goal is the annihilation of the 6 other mages in the competition in order to emerge victorious and obtain an omnipotent Holy Grail to grant their greatest desire. Anything is possible. Like wishing to win your 50-50 every time in Genshin Impact. This series mainly follows our protagonist, Emiya Kiritsugu, a notorious mercenary that kills mages as a profession, and his partner in this Holy Grail War, Saber. The story, animation, music for Fate Zero is just so amazing. I'm crying remembering it. Fate Zero is the prequel to Fate Stay Night, and personally my favorite Fate anime adaptation. And this may or may not also be partly due to my personal beef with Emi Ashido. Don't quote me on that. If you want to watch a series with no fluff, just straight up story and action, I highly recommend Fate Zero. And that concludes my 9 Dark Academia Vibes anime recommendations lists. It's just anime that I've watched that give me Dark Academia vibes. Comment down below if you found any of these recommendations interesting, or maybe you just want to geek out in the comments. Let's geek out in the comments. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye and good vibes.